Breaking news. Presidential hopeful challenges Buhari's borrowing. Tells Nigerians mismanagement of borrowed fund causing economic challenges. It ought not to be so. Peter Obi can boldly say that because when he was the governor of his state, according to reports, he did not just manage his state properly, he left money in the reserve, something that the governor before him and those after him have not been able to achieve. And when he was the vice presidential candidate to Atiku Abubakar, the way he spoke and how he proved to Nigerians that he has a good knowledge of how the system can work made many Nigerians to have a heart that this man could possibly bring about change into the nation. Currently, what we are experiencing and what we are seeing is that, a lot of persons are beginning to indicate their interest to run for this position. But how is this playing out? How is this playing out? Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. A former vice presidential hopeful and former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, has blamed President Muhammadu Buhari for the continuous borrow and how the money borrowed has not been fully properly utilized, bringing about economic hardship in Nigeria. On government's mismanagement of the borrow fund, this is why the country is the way it is today. With what Nigeria have and possesses, we should not be in the current situation we have. In a statement published on his official Twitter account at Peter Obi on Thursday, the politician and businessman said borrowing for consumption is also a contributing factor because the funds were not properly invested. If you invest this money, you will get something out of it. The issue surrounding borrowing and debt under President Muhammadu Buhari has been a topic of discussion among Nigerians, with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, stating that over 100 naira revenue in 2027, Nigeria has spent 73 billion on debt servicing continuously. This was reiterated by Obi with a former chairman of Fidelity Bank. Today we have spent 90% of our revenue serving debts because, ironically, our borrowing funds were mismanaged and have not been properly invested into anything tangible to bring about returns. According to Obi, the challenges resulting from the debt was the misplace of priority, as he believed Nigeria would have developed beyond its current position if the funds borrowed were invested and in critical areas of development like education, healthcare, poverty alleviation. Why he doesn't see any wrong in borrowing, he advised that what we need to do is to put a law in place that if we must borrow, it must really be for investment in areas of growth. Many countries have built robust economy with borrowing funds. We can do the same if only we can enthrone vision and commitment with competent leaders. Currently, those we have are the ones destroying the very fabric of the nation. The borrowing of Muhammadu Buhari has not been thoroughly utilized or put to use. That's why the country is in a current state of dilemma. And if nothing is done to turn about these things, the things will continue the way they are. Nigeria will continue to deteriorate. So this is part of, if you want to call it presidential speech, it's part of it already. Peter Obi is already saying to Nigerians that I am the best man for the job. He has not declared his intention to run, but has told Nigerians that if PDP will do well to, if PDP will go ahead and, zone the presidential ticket to, to the south, he will declare, because he does not want to declare for president. And then before you know it, PDP, go ahead and declare it in another region. So he's waiting patiently. He's a member of the People Democratic Party. Is waiting patiently to see where the People Democratic Party will zone their presidential ticket. And he says when that is done, then he will go ahead and be able to declare his intention to run. And, he really exposed what, has been going on, how Buhari's borrowing has not been translated to anything meaningful you borrow to consume. Then you're using your national reserve to service the loan. Does it make sense? Nothing. I mean, there's nothing sensible in all of that. What you have is what you're using to service the loan, because if you don't service the loan, those who have borrowed you will come for their collateral, because somehow the loan has to be repaid. So when you look at it, we are really in a fix as a nation. And this is what he's saying. Buhari cannot continue to borrow and not use this thing wisely. If you want to borrow, then you must borrow and invest the money in a proper and in a thorough way. If you want to borrow, then you must borrow and invest it into, what will bring about growth and development, and will enhance the country and make the country better. When you borrow and you borrow to consume, then you have nothing to repay the loan. Remember, then you have nothing to invest. Everything is just there. And guess what? Ahmed Lawa has told Nigerians that there's nothing they will say that would make him not continue to, approve loans for Buhari. Because it's on that agreement he came in to become a Senate president. Remember, Bukola Saraki continued to say no to Buhari. And for saying no, he has to go. Am I saying he's a saint? The answer is no. But I mean, there were other things, but I mean, that's the one they made known to us, was part of the reason why Bukola Saraki has to go. So when you look at it, you understand that there is really fire on the mountain. As a nation, if we must move forward, if we must come out of the current oppressive situation we've come to find ourselves, a nation where things are no longer the way they used to be, and there is no clear-cut, definition on, getting things out of the current situation, then we are hooked. Sadly, we are stuck. So Peter Obi is saying that if he becomes president, he has what it takes. He knows what to do. He knows how to administer administration that will be able to bring about true development to the nation called Nigeria. So this is what is happening, my wonderful people. Like they say, the more you're looking at things, the more, evidences are coming on what has happened or what should be. So Peter Obi continued to say to Nigerians that he has, capacity, he has the knowledge and the technical know-how on how to, to bring Nigeria back, to the real place. But how is this going to happen? Will they allow anybody, to be able to do the right thing? If the person has what it takes, will they allow the person? Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye for now.